Hi everybody, I hope you guys are doing great. So on the weekend, I shared a video with you of our learner Bhavya in which he shared his trading setup. So today we are going to understand how you could have made the best out of it and made the best out of today's downfall. So without wasting much time, let us get started guys. So let us get started. So guys, this is the chart of Bank Nifty on a daily time frame. As you can see, today we had a very big momentum. Now the point is, how can we actually capture such big momentum? Now, whenever you want to capture a big momentum, have a look at the previous price action of the last 2 to 3 days. If you look at the last 2 days, the closing was at the same level. Now, when the closing is at the same level, जब भी मार्केट एक ही जगह दो बार क्लोज होता है, उसका मतलब क्या है कि it is consolidating, right? And if you look at the previous examples, have a look at this, the closing at the same level and you see a big red candle. Look at this, the closing of the last 3 days was at the very same level and then we saw a big momentum. Now, to be frank, I was expecting today's big move on the upside, but it happened on the downside. If you see, the market opened, broke the previous day low, and then it was just a simple down move without any stopping, right? So now that we have understood how can you spot a big momentum, now you can also backtest this system, right? Have a look at this, closing same for 2-3 days and then big momentum. Now this is very very evident in the market and it happens on a very regular basis. ये आपको मार्केट में काफी बार होते हुए दिखेगा. अगर आप थोड़ा सा और पीछे जाएंगे तो आपको और दिखेगा. यहाँ पे देखिए किस तरह मार्केट कंसोलिडेट करता है for 1, 2, 3 days and then we see a big momentum. Have a look at this big green candle. Good consolidation over 1, 2, 3 and 4 days and then have a look at this strong momentum on the chart. So always look at how is the market closing for a consecutive 2-3 days and then we can expect a good move either on the upside or either on the downside. All you have to do is just follow the trend, right? And that's what we did today. Now, as we always discuss, that previous day high and previous day low, these are two important points for any price action day trader. So let us understand what happened today and how can you trade previous day low with higher accuracy. Now, before I discuss today's price action, it is very important that we understand one concept, why when a particular level is tested multiple times, it becomes weaker, right? So let's say there are some buyers over here who took the market higher. Again, they tried to take the market higher, but they failed. Again, they tried to take the market higher, but they failed. What does this show? That the buyers at this point of time, they are becoming what? Weaker. यहाँ पे जो buyers खड़े हैं वो बार बार weak हो रहे हैं और जैसे ही ये level टूटेगा, as soon as this level is taken out, you can expect a big fall in the market. अब ये जो concept है इसको ध्यान में रखो और अब हम इस concept को apply करेंगे बैंक निफ्टी के चार्ट के ऊपर. So let's go to 5 minutes time frame of Bank Nifty and understand how to take high probable previous day low breakouts. So this is previous day low. Guys, this is the previous day. Now look at the previous day low. Yesterday, the day low was tested 3 times, right? That means the market tried to go higher from this level quite a few times, but it failed to go higher. And this time, when this particular day low was taken out, you saw strong momentum. So whenever you are trading the previous day low or previous day high breakout, just make sure that that particular previous day high or previous day low as an area has been tested multiple times, because that level now has been exhausted either by the buyer or seller depending upon what level you are trading. लेकिन बहुत सिंपल है, आपको हमेशा previous day high previous day low को ट्रेड नहीं करना है. आपको मेक श्योर करना है कि जो प्रीवियस डे हाई और प्रीवियस डे लो है वो एक ऐसा एरिया है जो एग्जॉस्ट हो चुका है, जहां पे बायर्स और सेलर्स अपनी पोजीशन बचा बचा के थक गए हैं और अब जब उसका ब्रेकडाउन होगा तो हमें बहुत ही स्ट्रॉन्ग मोमेंटम दिखेगा. ठीक है, तो अभी तक हमने क्या समझा है, पहले कि कैसे हम एक बड़े मूव को एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं, एंड द सेकंड थिंग वी लर्नड वाज व्हाट, how to take high probable previous day low breakout. And let us have a look at the positions which I took today, right? So like I said, I first went for an option selling position. The reason obviously being that over the last few days market इतनी जोर से गिर रहा था that today I was expecting a fall but not such a big fall, right? So first I went with option selling. आप देख सकते हो यहाँ पे मैंने 37,900 के कॉल बेचे, उसको हेज करने के लिए 40,000 का मैंने कॉल कर दिया ताकि मेरी जो मार्जिन है वो कम हो जाए. और इसको मैंने एग्जिट कहां किया, ऑब्वियसली अगर आप देखोगे तो मेरा जो एसएल है ना वो बार बार ट्रेल कर रहा था. और मैं कैसे ट्रेल कर रहा था, जो नियरेस्ट स्विंग हाई है ना, फॉर एग्जांपल समझो मेरी एंट्री अगर यहाँ पे है, तो जैसे ही डे लो टूटा, एक नया स्विंग हाई बना, वापस ये लेवल टूटा, फिर एक नया स्विंग हाई बना, ठीक है। इसी तरह मैं मेरी पोजीशन ट्रेल कर रहा था। और so guys, let's have a look at the positions which I took today. The first position which I took was the 37,900 call option. So I sold this call option and इसको मैंने hedge किया 40,000 के call से in order to reduce my trading margin. Now understand one thing, that I could have held on to this trade for a longer period of time, but I had to exit early because I had a live demonstration class planned with my November batch students. However, I'll tell you, the best way to trail a position is to trail through a EMA, right? So you can always use a 20 exponential moving average in order to trail your position. So this would have been a good exit for you. Now I exited somewhere around this level, but yes, you could have exited and followed the EMA until this level to get a very big profit, right? A big momentum. Now you may have a question, what is the next position which I took? Now, the next position which I also took with my learners was this one. So let's have a look at this particular position wherein we bought a put. अगर आप देखोगे हमने कौन सा put खरीदा है, 37,000 का put खरीदा है। तो आप पूछोगे सर पहले आपने ऑप्शन सेल किया, फिर आपने ऑप्शन खरीदा, ऐसा क्यों किया? देखो एक बात समझिए, when do you know that the market is actually in a downtrend? I'll tell you one thing, that if the market is really in a downtrend, right, it is not going to go like this. The market is always going to go down, retrace a bit, and then give a breakdown. So what I did was I was looking for a healthy retracement. Healthy retracement का मतलब क्या होता है कि जहां पे retracement थोड़ा अच्छा खासा हुआ, जहां पे काफी buyers अटके पड़े हो. So if you look at today's market, the fall was pretty one-sided. The retracements were not very strong. But look at this fall and this retracement. The retracement was good enough to call it a strong trap. So as soon as I identified this particular trap, I marked the day low. And as soon as the day low was taken out at this point, I went for at the money put and I bought it in my another account, which is the angel broking account. And as you can see, we just bought 3 lots, right? And we were able to book 10,000 with a very small stop loss of 40 points, which is about 3,000 is what we had risked, and we were able to book 10,000, which is more than 1:3. Now remember one thing, guys, as an options buyer, your risk to reward should be on the higher side. Now, if you look at the chart of Bank Nifty, you can see it gave a very strong momentum and it started to reverse. So how do you actually manage a position when the volatility is so high? So what I did was, it was very simple. So whenever there is a strong momentum, right, and when I'm doing multiple lots, it's always strong. It's always wise to book some lots, right? So as soon as the market started to show some momentum and I was seeing good profits, right? And as soon as the market showed me one single bullish sign, I exited 1/3 of my quantity. Then with another candle, I booked another 1 lot. And as soon as the market came above this EMA, I booked the 3rd lot. So overall, if you see on the M2M, I was able to see a profits close to 16,000-17,000. But like I said, when you want to catch a big momentum, you have to give some profits to the market. So that's what happened today. But I also made sure that I'm booking profits as the market is going in my favor. And as soon as it showed me even some signs of reversals, I was quick enough to also book my profits, right? And this is what helped me in grabbing most out of this trade and book a good 1:3. And if you look at the market, it was very volatile. Now in such volatile markets, active trade management is very, very important. And also I was updating these positions to our November batch students as well, right? Now the fourth and the most important part is, which is again very, very important, is why do I have 2 different accounts for option selling and option buying? Now guys, understand one thing. Option selling on its own is a different ball game, and option buying on its own is a next level game, right? There the skills required are on the higher side. Now when I'm selling an option, I'm very calm, right? And this is something which I do on a regular basis, where my temperament is also much in control because the time is in my favor, the decay is in my favor. And I know that even if the market were to go against my direction, I would still end up making something or the other. And even if I have to lose, I will be losing in a very considerable amount. And in option selling, the margin required is higher, right? So I keep a lot of fund in my option selling account. So even if I have to take leverage, I cannot take leverage in my option selling account. Why? Because the margin required are higher. Now imagine you putting 10 lakh in your options buying account instead of your option selling account. What would happen? It may happen that in your options buying account, you may end up using that big leverage, right? So in my options buying account, I usually do not keep a big amount. For example, this is one of our demo account, both of them, right? Personally, I trade with a big amount, right? But in this particular angel broking account, I had put only a balance of about 60-70,000 because that's what options buying required. Firstly, I don't do it every day options buying, only thrice or 4 times in a month. And that too, I want to make sure that I'm only trading when there is strong momentum. Now, such strong momentums comes on very less days. And that's what I want to make the best out of it. And I want to make sure that when there is strong momentum, I don't take unnecessary leverage. And that's why I have a different account for options buying. Further, the psychology required for options buying is different. There, you have to be very quick with your profit booking, because if you don't book your profits at the right time, a small reversal can also take away most of your profit. So that is again very important. So again, that is very, very important. So the psychology required for option selling is very calm. For option buying, you have to be aggressive. You have to be pretty much in the market. You have to engage with the charts, and there are a dozen things going around with options buying. So whenever you're trading options buying, make sure you have a different account for options buying and a different account for option selling. So I hope आपको काफी मजा आया होगा इस वीडियो के अंदर, जहां हमने काफी चीजें सीखी, right from predicting how can we expect a big momentum on the next day, right? दूसरी हमने क्या चीज सीखी, how can you trade PDL breakout with higher accuracy. Do not trade every PDL breakout, right? Otherwise you're not going to get that edge in the market, right? Third thing which we observed in the market were my open positions. We also understood option selling, option buying, how to trail the markets, right? How to do options buying, how to do partial profit bookings in option buying. All of that we learned. And in the fourth important section, we learned that option buying and option selling needs two different accounts because the psychology required to trade both of them is completely different. और अगर आपको ये वीडियो अच्छा लगा हो तो इसको लाइक करिए, शेयर करिए, सब्सक्राइब करिए. काफी मेहनत की जा रही है इन वीडियोस के ऊपर, तो मेक श्योर आप आपका पूरा प्यार इस वीडियो पे दिखाइए, इसको शेयर करिए जितना हो सके उतना. उसी के साथ थैंक यू सो मच. जय जिनेंद्र एंड हैव अ ग्रेट डे एंड मेक श्योर यू डू नॉट ट्रेड टुमारो इफ यू आर अ ब्रेकआउट ट्रेडर. ठीक है ना? आज मार्केट में बहुत बड़ी मोमेंटम आई है, तो कल market काफी sideways होगा. So make sure you protect your capital tomorrow. So with that note, thank you so much guys. Thank you so much.